I loved him so much.
Treating physician for Mr. Depp and then later for Miss Heard. And so Dr. Bonnie Jacobs was Miss Heard's therapist, and may I refresh my recollection with my notes, Your Honor?
She's allowed to
For the
consult
dates,
the notes.
if you'd like me to tell the dates.
If she's asking me a question, I'm not going to answer.
You're right, Your Honor. Yes.
May I?
Objection, Your Honor.
After all that month of not seeing each other, not getting better, not getting clean and sober, there wasn't even, I didn't, you know, it was falling apart. I knew I had to leave him. I knew I wouldn't survive it.
Another day.
Why did you file for divorce?
Because I knew if I didn't, I'd likely not literally survive.
Cannot be for real. Oh my God, you for real? No, you for fake. No, you for real. You lying.
I would have done anything, but I couldn't do that one thing. I couldn't stay. The promise and the hope that I had become less and less regular and more rare. The monster had been this thing that was now the normal and not the exception. The violence was now normal and not the exception. And it was so hard. It was so hard, but I knew I had to do it. I believe he would have taken it too far. I wouldn't be here.
Why did you ask for a domestic violence temporary restraining order?
I wanted to change my locks.
Okay.
Those are relatives, all relatives.
Thank you, Your Honor. Amber, when did the first act of physical violence by Mr. Depp occur?
Objection asked and answered.
I'm about to beat this bitch up.
Overruled. Good. That would have been early 2012.
And how did you determine this?
I reviewed my therapist's
Objection,
notes.
hearsay.
How do you remember the first act of violence?
Well, you never forget it. That's how I remember it. It changes your life forever. You never forget the first time someone hits you like that. I just had the date wrong.
Now, what, if anything, did Mr. Depp say to you or ask you about how you got those cuts on your arms?
Nothing.
What, if anything, did you ever witness Mr. Depp self-injuring himself?
Often. He did that often.
Please tell the jury about that. What did he do?
He often, in fights, would cut his arms or hold a knife to his chest or draw blood superficially at first, but later, like in 2016, especially as our relationship was ending, he also put cigarettes out on himself.
427:55. I'd like to move the admission, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
All right, 3:45 A&M.
I was gonna pour you one.
I'm not alcoholic. You should.
Lie.
And that you punched me in the fucking thing, and you
figured
in the
it
face,
out.
and you said, "No, fucking, I didn't. What the fuck are you talking about?"
I'm sorry that I didn't
You
hit
punched
you
me.
across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched.
Don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
You're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
Oh,
That's the difference
you
between
poor
me and
girl.
you. You're a fucking baby.
Because you start
You
physical
are
fights.
such a baby.
Because
Grow
you-
the fuck up.
Because you start
Johnny.
physical.
Amber, please explain to the jury what's transpiring in that audio recording, what that's about.
Where I'm talking about hitting him, I am talking about what that conversation is about the disparity. The disparity between Johnny and I in our physical fights. The disparity of how he would proactively punch me and I would have to resort to reactively hitting him. I am talking about the difference between a punch, which Johnny did often, and me having to hit him in my defense. And I put on a face, and we finished the evening with the guests, and then more fighting happened afterwards.
So we talked about December 15, 2000. This is from December 15, I believe. Could you just please tell the jury what this depicts?
Yes, it's a picture of my bruised temple and Johnny.
And this is from February 10, 2016. And I'm going to ask you to play it, Michelle.
Motherfucker! Motherfucker!
What happened? Nothing happened this.
Did something happen to you this morning? I don't think so.
No, that's the thing.
You want to see crazy? I'll give you fucking crazy. That's crazy. Oh, you're crazy. Oh, you're crazy.
Have you drunk this whole thing this morning?
Oh, you got this going. You got this going?
Just started it.
Oh, really? Really?
And you were smashing shit.
Bye.
I was afraid. It was scary. That's scary. Scared they wouldn't remember.
Objection calls for speculation.
Not sustained.
.701 was shown to Haddon only, and that was Exhibit 30 in his deposition.
Under oath, that statement wasn't true, was it, Miss Heard?
I'm sorry, I don't follow your question. Sorry.
You testified under oath, quote, The entirety of my divorce settlement was donated to charity, end quote. That statement wasn't true.
It is true. I pledged the entirety to charity.
The statement...
When you say you buy a house, you don't pay for the entire house.
Ms. Hurd, it here today, is it?
It is true. I pledged the entirety.
But you didn't donate it.
Unfortunately,
you didn't donate it. It's a yes or no.
I haven't been able to to fulfill those.
So that's a no,
obligations.
right, Ms. Hurd?
I made the pledge. I want to be very clear. I pledged the entirety. I haven't been able to fulfill those pledges because I've been sued.
You had all of the $7 million for 13 months before Mr. Depp sued you, and you chose not to pay it to the charities you pledged it to. Is that correct, Ms.
I
Hurd?
disagree with your characterization of that.
What you do have, Ms. Hurd, are pictures of Mr. Depp sleeping, though, right? The jury saw a lot of those.
Yes.
You took this photograph, right, Ms. Hurd?
That's correct.
So you decided to take a picture of Mr. Depp asleep on the floor?
He was passed out.
You took this picture as well?
Yes.
And this is a picture of Mr. Depp taking a nap on his tropical island?
I believe he was on the nod, but as he would say.
Sleeping on the nod on his island?
They're very different, in my opinion.
You also took this picture, right, Ms. Hurd?
That's correct. I did.
And this is another picture of Mr. Depp asleep in a chair?
No, he was nodding off. Sleep is different. When you're nodding off, you're high on drugs, didn't even feel the cigarette in his hand that had, been burning on his leg. It was cause for alarm for me, naturally.
It's your testimony under oath that Mr. Depp is holding a cigarette in this picture?
He had been.
What's not clicking?
Doesn't really look like anyone's been doing cocaine off that table, does it?
With all due respect, I'm not sure you know how that works.
Police had searched the Virginia...